But what if you're a happy person, but you hate your nose? Or what if you're a very happy person and you were born with a cleft palate and you want to be able to project your image to the world?
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Sir JR ng Usap Usap University at kung ikaw po ay baguhan, welcome po, tuloy po kayo at kung ikaw naman ay returning subscriber po ng U3, maraming salamat. Isa ka sa rason kung bakit tayo nasa around 86,000 subscribers na po sa Usap Usap University, and I'm very grateful po sa inyong support, sa inyong lagi pong panonood, sa mga nagme-message po sa atin lagi na laging nakasuporta sa U3, maraming salamat po. Sa ating episode ngayon, this is quite special because we'll not be watching a debate but more like a discussion actually. So ito po ay galing po sa channel na Jubilee at ito po ay pinadala sa atin sa Facebook as a request kasi daw po this is in time sa pag-release ng video ng anak ni Pangulong Rodi Duterte patungkol sa cosmetic surgery na kung saan si Veronica Iti Duterte sinabi niya nga yung mga enhancements na ginawa sa kanya. So atin pong pag-uusapan kung ito ba katanggap-tanggap, ano bang extent ng mga changes na dapat mangyari sa mukha o katawan ng isang tao para maging acceptable, no, yung ating tinatawag na cosmetic surgery. So sa atin pong konting background po sa paghihimay po ng mga argumentasyon at mga debate, ako po ay dati pong Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology debater sa loob po ng 3 taon. Ako rin po ay nagdebate sa ABS-CBN News Channel at ako ay kasalukuyang member din ng isang international public speaking organization, ang Toastmasters International. So ano pang inaantay natin mga ka-U3? Let's watch this video together. Let's go!
I went in there with just wanting a nose job and my lips done, and he made me feel like my entire face was messed up. I left in tears because I thought, I'm so hideous. My name is Shanna. I do anti-aging research and consulting.
My name is Tanisha, aka Vitiligo Queen. I do a lot of advocacy for vitiligo awareness.
Hi, I'm Rena, and I'm an actress.
My name is Carly. I'm a healthy lifestyle coach.
My name is Sagar Patel, and I'm a facial plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills.
My name is Nicola Lowry. I am a physician assistant practicing aesthetic medicine. I've been practicing for 14 years, and I'm a national trainer for Allergan, the makers of Botox and fillers.
Can I please have my natural beauty folks on the left and my cosmetic surgery group on the right?
It's 2 and 4, I guess, right? Okay, 3. Okay, it's fair. 3 and 3 makes
The
sense.
cosmetic surgery industry exploits people's insecurities.
That's a really good question.
I don't think the industry as a whole does. It's money, right? So I think there's motivation behind women not feeling good about themselves, and I do think there are certain companies and individuals who would exploit that in order to make it more lucrative for them. It just makes sense. That's how businesses work.
Some places where I've worked, they tell you, like, bring out those insecurities because I want them to buy these products.
I mean, like at a training, they tell you
Right,
that?
and I'm not gonna do that to someone that's like, oh, well, you have this, and this wrong. Maybe you wanna fix it? I'm not gonna do that to somebody and create an insecurity in them that maybe they knew they had and now I'm playing on it, or maybe they didn't know, but now they do.
Definitely. I was only
Okay, before that. So, this is unconfirmed whether or not meron talagang ginawang surgery, cosmetic surgery done. But what I know is for people with more puffy cheeks, yung medyo chubby, no, yung dito, kukunan kasi yan ng fat dito sa loob ng iyong cheeks. But what I remember was in the news, I actually saw it. Si Alden Richards for his role na Hello, Love, Goodbye, sinabihan siya ng director na, look at your face, you're too fat dito sa kanyang cheeks. So, kung di po ako nagkakamali, pinabawasan, no? Pero I could be wrong if it's cosmetic surgery or not. So, i-confirm nyo na lang po, ano? But the point there is, there will be people, especially in the showbiz industry, that would really point out to someone na they don't look good or they don't look good enough. So, yung sinasabi kanina ng babae to, you're not enough. So, in some ways, I agree that these industries, ginagrab nila yung opportunity na ang isang tao ay maraming insecuridad sa kanyang katawan. So, kaya these industries have been very lucrative, very profitable.
18. When I called for my consult, I said I would like to have a consult for a rhinoplasty and lip injections. And he gave me that I needed cheek implants, I needed to have my brow line shaved down because changing my nose would change the entire shape of my face. And I felt very much so like he just saw me as money.
There's good doctors and bad doctors.
Yeah.
And in the end, the important thing to realize is that doctors are trying to do good for other people. There's exceptions, but it's a professional society where our goal is to help other people. And initially going into the cosmetic world especially, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and as a doctor, you're always taught a couple of laurels from benevolence to do no harm.
The insecurity is inherent in all of us. Some of us have more, some of us have less, but it was already there. And does the cosmetic industry capitalize on our insecurities? Sure, I think that there is a piece of that.
Of course.
But as all industries, they're just trying to market to the people that are going to utilize their product.
I wish I could change something about
Okay, before that, so nasabi po kayo ng doktor na depende daw sa doktor, merong mabait, merong hindi, at meron naman daw silang kumbaga parang professionalism. So, ang tawag po dyan, kung di po ako nagkakamali, ay Hippocratic Oath. Yan po yung kanila pong pag-swear, pagbibigay ng kanilang sarili sa isang tamang responsibilidad, sa isang tamang enforcement ng kanilang duties and responsibility sa lipunan natin.
my appearance.
Yeah, I feel like just because I want to change something about myself doesn't necessarily mean that I don't accept myself. Those are the thoughts that prompt me to work on acceptance of myself.
Something that I come across a lot in my practice is not so much that someone wants to change the way that they look, but they want to preserve it. There's a lot of issues, especially with women, with the aging process. It's not so much that they want to be somebody else or they want to look like somebody else, but they want to stay looking like them. I fully intend to do a facelift when the time is right. And not because I want to look different, but because I want to continue to look as young as I feel.
Yeah, I think for me, major decision for me to get cosmetic surgery was that I was in my early 20s and I had had a massive weight loss. I naturally lost the weight. I lost 175 pounds and my skin looked like a 90-year-old. So for me, I consider it more like reconstructive and kind of getting back to what I was supposed to be before I did, some damage to myself.
Na-mention kanina yung konsepto ng reconstructive surgery naman, It makes sense na for others, while it is true that they want to change to look like someone else or gusto nilang patangusin yung kanilang ilong dahil para sa kanila pangu yung kanilang ilong, meron din naman po na porsyento ng mga tao na nag-undergo ng cosmetic surgery for reconstructive, yun yung mga nagiging biktima po ng mga fires, biktima ng mga aksidente. At for others naman, they want just to maintain how they feel. So sinasabi nung isa kanina nung advocate for cosmetic surgery, sinasabi niya na yung iba, dahil tumatanda, gusto lang nila i-preserve yung kanilang youthful na mukha. Not necessarily na parang maging mukhang somebody else.
For me, I spent my entire childhood into my early adult life wishing I looked different. I promised myself that I would never ever tell myself, I wish I had this, I wish I looked like this. Because I found that triggered things for me that brought back places that I used to be with my eating disorder.
I think that's great, and I hope you don't take offense to this, but you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I feel like if I was naturally that beautiful, it wouldn't be that hard to be like, oh my God, my face is gorgeous. I'm gonna accept myself. There are people who have facial deformities and body deformities, kind of what I consider what I went through. It's a little harder.
Yeah, oh definitely. Yes, might have a pretty face, but I was always the largest of all of my friends, the largest of my family. 5 years of my life I spent constantly waking up in the morning and picking apart every single part of my body. I can't continue this constant, terrible habit of bulimia or I'm going to die. So
Bulimia.
it was just...
I was horribly bulimic for a year and a half. It was awful.
Yeah.
So ang bulimia po, isa pong not so good na eating disorder, mga ka-youthly. But the point here, I think what is interesting here is linked with mental health din. Yung sinasabi po dito ng isang guest nga sa discussion na ito. Sinasabi niya na apektuhan yung kanyang self-image and she is the largest sa kanyang family. So that is indeed a main point. In a society po na napakarami pressure sa mundo, lalong-lalo na sa mga babae na maging maganda, na maging sexy, para sa iba dahil nga na-feel nila na yung insecurities na ito ay overwhelming overwhelming na that they have to really do something about their faces. So yan ang isa sa mga main motivators kung bakit nagkakaroon nga ng mga matinding surgeries for others sa kanilang mga pagmumuka, sa kanilang ilong. Ayan, naalala ko tuloy yung ilong ni Alex Gonzaga. Ayan, kung saan nagkaroon din siya ng rhinoplasty. Actually, marami na po ngayon, sa totoo lang po. Compared with the 1990s nung ako ay bata pa, ang tawag pa nga namin yung plastic surgery. Tapos, the famous ones before were just Michael Jackson. Sa Pilipinas noon, tinatago-tago pa. Pero in kalaunan at ngayon, with the new technology and with the social media, self-image, ayan, marami nang nagpapabago ng kanilang mga muka. Pati mga influencers, mga artista.
So I get it.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Cosmetic surgery can empower you.
Yeah, that's tough.
I do wish that every woman could wake up and look in the mirror and be like, I am so beautiful just the way I am. But I also think that if you can do something to give yourself that feeling, then that's really great, and that is a beautiful thing.
So one of the questions we actually asked on our questionnaire is, what are your motivations for surgery? And someone who says, I can't get a boyfriend, I'm getting bad grades because I have this particular look, they're a bad candidate for surgery. And that's part of medical school training, that's part of becoming a surgeon, is understanding what these triggers are. What are the signs that tell you as a surgeon this is not going to be someone who's going to be happy afterwards?
Whether or not you are inherently truly happy or not, I think that's hugely important. But what if you're a happy person, but you hate your nose? Or what if you're a very happy person and you were born with a cleft palate and you want to be able to project your image to the world that's congruent with how you feel on the inside? And maybe you're experiencing negativity because of the way you were born naturally.
Every day I experience stories of empowerment with patients, but for me, a particular one comes essentially from someone who was so unempowered by her experiences. This girl, she was 23 at the time, was beat by her father when she was younger and sustained significant trauma to her nose. And helping her and fixing her nose and the gratitude she showed and realizing that you didn't help her for that day, you didn't help her for that week, it's for the rest of her life so that she can start moving on. And that empowerment is a perfect example of what cosmetic surgery, and that truly was that. It was just a cosmetic surgery. It was not so she could breathe, it wasn't so she could move around better, it was to make her look
better
a certain way so she doesn't have to remember that experience.
Okay, before that, I think I was hoping that one of the arguments here is to empower, to make these women feel more confident, at least in the superficial way of just about beauty. Pero maganda yung kinilimbawa ng mga pabor sa cosmetic surgery. Yung isang example dito ay yung isang babae, na yung kanyang ilong mayroong deformity dahil binubugbog siya ng kanyang papa, and sinabi nga na yung cosmetic surgery really helped out with her self-image. Always remember, it's all about beauty and how it looks like. Sinabi natin cosmetic surgery. Anyway, medyo problematic lang ako yung sinabi ng isa naman kanina, yung Botox and filler supporter, that sinabi niya nga na what you feel on the inside should be congruent on how you look on the outside. Sinasabi niya, dahil ikaw ay gusto mo confident ka sa loob, dapat din maging confident ka sa labas. Parang yun ang sinasabi niya, by looking good. That is a bit of a problem for me. Dahil kung ibabasehan mo on how you look like on the inside, what you may feel is actually quite changeable. Diba? Paano kung feeble-minded yung isa na, gusto ko ganito ngayon, di pabaguhin ko naman yung on the outside. Mapapasurgery ako dahil it should match how I feel deep down. So that's a bit of a problem. If dyan natin ibabase yung ating decisions for cosmetic surgeries, most of these cosmetic surgery operations kasi ay permanent na. Katulad ng rhinoplasty, for example, di na ibabalik yan sa prior nose mo kapag nalagyan na yan ng something sa iyong ilong. Unless, of course, it is non-invasive. Sana ma-mention din yan, yung konsepto ng non-invasive and invasive surgery.
There's too much pressure on women to look a certain way.
Yes, I agree.
We live in an Insta life now with, we have dating apps where you can swipe hundreds of people a day.
Right.
And, you can go online and post a good selfie of yourself and get, hundreds of likes. And you feel like there's so much pressure to look and be a certain way, like you can never fall.
If you just kind of look at the way that things have changed around pregnancy, a lot of women now want to go and have a baby with a beat face. Like, everything is perfect. It's about the perfect picture. I have to have my makeup and my brows now. I understand some things you just want to be perfect. I get it. I want to be able to just embrace the moments with my child and not worry about all this makeup I have on right now.
I think we've been kind of comparing, say the 25-year-old to the 25-year-old. But then let's think about the women that are middle-aged and
Absolutely.
are having to keep up with the younger girls to try and still feel attractive and relevant. And I do see that a lot even with my clientele. I have women that are married to very wealthy men. And that their greatest fear is that they will end up becoming the second wife because the new and improved wife is on her way in and she's on her way out. So this pressure to maintain youth and beauty and relevance is so huge
But
for
not
them.
really realizing that it's that man
Is a jerk.
Okay, and it's really sad kasi it's normal progress of human life. Diba? Na we age, we used to be at our peak when we were younger. So it is a big challenge with Instagram, with Facebook, which marami sa atin ay wow sa like at sa affirmation ng ating lipunan. Nakakalungkot but it's reality. Ako lalaki ako pero trying to imagine how it is for women when they go to work. They have to put makeup on or at least make themselves look presentable. Dapat tama yung kanilang suot. Dapat ganito yung kanilang nails. Dapat ganito yung kanyang teeth. Kung iisipin mo, napakaraming dapat na ayusin sa pagharap sa society once they go out of their houses. And for others, this could be quite too much. So I could just speculate and imagine mga kayuthi, kung how it would feel like as a woman. And gusto kong malaman yan sa atin po mga supporters, sa atin po mga viewers ng video na ito. Kung kayo po ay babae, ano po masasabi niyo dito sa pressure ng pagiging babae na dapat you have to look good always when you go out?
Right, and it's like it's not us. It's really the person that you're with, and so I think that always having to keep up with the Joneses and always wanted to just like I have to look this way because this person has to love me, and if this person doesn't love me, I have to make myself be who he loves.
To take it
It's
to
a lot of pressure.
Before that, input lang po yung sa mukha po nitong babae po na ito sa atin pong screen ngayon. Ang tawag po yata sa condition to is vitiligo. That's the same po with Michael Jackson. It's a skin condition na apektado yung kanilang melanin production ng kanilang balat. So yung melanin po, yun po yung in charge sa pagbibigay ng skin color ng tao.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first because I woke up this morning and I really loved myself.
Good for you.
With me having vitiligo, it took a long time. When I first was diagnosed at 5, no one knew what it was. Everyone thought Michael Jackson made it up. It's a real thing. No one knew that it was real. So a lot of people's first time encountering what it actually looked like in person was me. It took a long time for me to get to this point to where I'm just like, I love who I am. I'm super beautiful for things that I do, not particularly how I look. I mean, I'm cute.
Yes,
I cute whatever. My brows are nice, but I feel so beautiful for the way that I make other people feel, and just like how I love myself.
One of the things that happened with me gaining the weight really fast and then losing it really fast is I have a lot of stretch marks. I have a friend who's really into body positivity, and she's a photographer, and she took pictures of these ugly parts of me, and she's just like, wow, that is so beautiful. And like I could see through her eyes, like I'm starting to see myself in that way. Even those things that will never get fixed, there is no way to fix them. There is no way to replace my skin with other skin. It's different, but it's beautiful.
If there's one message that I want to get out to men today, a simple thing like someone telling you look beautiful, without being creepy, of course, but someone just telling you look beautiful, all of you guys look beautiful, that makes a big difference to everyone. Tell people they're
Even
beautiful.
yourself, because men are beautiful too.
Correct. Thank you guys for this experience. You guys were amazing.
I'm a hugger, so.
High fives and hugs. High fives and hugs. Thank you guys. Amazing
You're
experience.
awesome.
You are beautiful. That was quite a short discussion. It could have been better if longer po yung kanilang pag-uusapan nga patungkol sa cosmetic surgery, patungkol sa pagpapaganda on the outside. Gusto ko yung last point, although it could have been stretched longer dahil maganda yung mensahe na yun na we have to consider ourselves to be beautiful. What's the standard of beauty really? Ako actually nagsulat po ako ng isang artikulo po niya sa GMA News. Opo, sa mga hindi po nakakaalam, ako po ay isang journalist din po. Sinulat ako sa GMA News Online dati. It became viral. It was also featured sa Yahoo Philippines, yung patungkol po sa white skin standard. Ay nako, ang habang diskusyon nito. Pero doon muna tayo sa cosmetic surgery. Ano po? The thing is, indeed, may mga insecurities yung mga tao na gusto nilang baguhin sa kanilang pagmumuka. Yung iba naman gusto nilang i-maintain yung kanilang youthful na glow, especially sa mga middle-aged women at saka sa mga senior citizen. The question here is it more about pleasing others dahil kinakailangan mong maging ganito ang mukha mo dahil sa pressure na na-receive mo? Or it is for own self-love na dahil mahal ko lang talaga yung sarili ko na ito yung gagawin ko para maging masaya ako. And sa isang society na napaka-visual, talagang hindi po maiiwasan na most women, they feel that they have to meet a particular standard na matangos ang ilong, especially sa ating society. Maputi ang balat, kinakailangan matangkad. Ay, so this is a multi-layered discussion mga ka-U3. Pero ako personally, I think kinakailangan din kasi talaga na maging kontento tayo sa ating mga sarili. Ano po? And while it is true, gusto natin palagi na nakakaangat tayo sa ating lipunan, most of the time because we are given this genetic lottery. So kung ano yung nabigay sa'yo, naturally, I think it would be way better if you would try to just accept who we are. Never na kinonsider ko ang sarili ko na kasing pogi ni Piolo Pascual. And I'm okay with that. I think it's very important to honestly look at yourself. Na alam ko na hindi naman ako pang showbiz. Eddie, I will just debate. We have to know who we are deeply. And kung alam natin na visually, hindi tayo pandak ka, hindi ka matangkad, hindi ka maputi, hindi ka maganda for most people, you have to accept that that's totally fine. Eddie, strengthen mo na lang kung ano yung strong points na meron ka. Di ba po? Ako nag-expect ako ng more discussions on invasive surgeries and non-invasive kasi ang next question din, kung kaya naman pala natin or kung pwede naman pala tayo magpaganda, anong extent na pwede natin gawin sa ating mga muka na kung saan katanggap-tanggap pa rin for others kasi ang iba, invasive surgery ako, talagang tinutusok-tusok yung kanilang mga balat, tinutusok ng mga injections. Ang iba naman non-invasive, gusto nila na ano lang, sa on the outside lang, na konting pagbabago lang pero almost natural pa rin yung aking look. O sa iba naman, ako talaga, ayoko talaga ng ibang mga surgeries na yan, gusto ko lang talaga makeup lang yan. Konting lang yan, contour lang yan sa aking makeup. But anyway mga ka-youth, if you like these kinds of contents, please comment down below. Ano pong masasabi nyo sa atin pong topic? And you can subscribe here, you can click this video here, and also this video here. Lahat po ng ating mga topics po ay video request po mula po sa inyo. And salamat po sa pagsama po sa akin ngayon. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye-bye.